It's Meredith, and it's been a few months since my last video. It's okay because I'm not posting them yet, or ever. I don't know. So either this is for me, um, or anybody out there in the world if I ever do decide to post these. But today is March 29th, 2015. Yeah, the last one was in December before I went home for Christmas. And I think it was about how I had talked to the nurse practitioner about, and just she was very supportive of weight loss surgery. So I guess a lot's happened in the last few months. So I'll just do a quick recap of that. I went home for Christmas, and yeah, it wasn't a normal Christmas. It was a little dramatic. I'm not going to go into all of that. It was just a hard Christmas, but it's still good to see my family. I ate like I normally do at Christmas time, except I took my vitamins every day, all the supplements that I've been taking, and I also made sure that I drank like 66 to 88 ounces a day. My water bottle measures 22 ounces. So, doing that, I came back home to Vernal, and actually from the time that I had weighed myself at the beginning of December to the time that I weighed myself at the beginning of January, I had lost 3 pounds, and I think that's just because I was drinking so much water, drinking the amount that you're supposed to, that I was not retaining any water, and I also I wasn't snacking as much because I wasn't hungry. Anyway. Okay, so after that, I was gonna get the book, but I started a metabolic reset diet, laid out in the book A Pound of Cure, written by Dr. Matthew Weiner. I've been watching his YouTube channel videos. He's a bariatric surgeon, and so he puts all of his patients on this metabolic reset diet, and also just his Pound of Cure eating plan before they undergo any type of weight loss surgery. And so I did that for 2 weeks, and then I kept doing that, but but modified it because, yeah. Anyway, essentially, you're supposed to get a pound of vegetables in each day. So I was really good about doing that from, January through February. My birthday was in January. For a couple days there, I ate, just whatever, because it was my birthday. But then I got the stomach flu, and so I wasn't eating much of anything the week after that. It was the week after my birthday. But then I was able to get back onto a modified version of that metabolic reset diet. Kind of did like protein shakes, and also, but I made sure that I got a pound of vegetables in, and that I was doing lean protein, and the protein shakes worked. I just didn't really like doing that. I didn't like how my body felt on, because you look at the ingredients in those protein shakes, and is not a lot of healthy stuff. There's a lot of things that I don't know how to pronounce in those things. So, but I wanted to do it for the whole month of February, and I did. And I still ate a pound of vegetables a day. I don't know how many times I've said that. So, anyway, from in January and February, I met my first weight loss goal. So in doing all my research for the vertical sleeve, they've said that statistically, the people who have the best results are under a BMI of 50. So at 370 pounds, my BMI was 61, 62. I don't remember. But anyway, to get me at a BMI under 50, like 49.8 or something, just barely under 50, I'd have to lose 80 pounds. So to get down to 290, that's still my goal, to get there by my surgery date. So that's my goal, and I don't know if I'll get there. But by the end of February, I had met my first goal, which was to lose 10%, which is technically 37 pounds, but I rounded it to 40. And so I actually got down under 330. I was like 329 something. And then, at the end of February, I was diagnosed with strep throat, and the doctor I saw also thought that I might have whooping cough. He never tested me for it. I'm not sure if I had it. At the most, I think I probably just had a bad case of bronchitis. Anyway, I ended up missing 2 weeks of work, 2 weeks of school, which was really hard. And, I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't eating normally. I wasn't eating very much, maybe some applesauce and I don't know what else. But I stopped eating the vegetables and, I had like soup and rice, those things I could tolerate. But you know how it is when you're sick and you just don't feel like eating normally. And people were really nice and they brought me food. They brought me food that wasn't good. Long story short, I went back to eating the way that I did in December. And, yeah. So I weighed myself this morning on my normal weigh-in day, which has been Sundays since like the first Sunday in January is when I started that metabolic reset diet. And so today I was 336.4. So in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've gained 6.4 pounds. And I was like mentally preparing myself for something way worse. It's like it's gonna be 340 or 350, but it was 336.4, and I'm not surprised. And anyway, today, I put myself back on that metabolic reset diet. So what that is you have to eat at least a pound of vegetables. And it's vegetables from a list, so nothing starchy or anything like that. So no corn or potatoes or those types of vegetables, but carrots and peppers and cucumbers and broccoli and spinach and kale, leafy green vegetables, tomatoes, things that are bright and colorful and not starchy. You can have an unlimited amount of fruits. He doesn't say that you have to have a certain amount of fruit each day. When I did it previously, I usually got about 2 servings of fruit in because you eat so much on the metabolic reset. It was hard for me to get fruit in. So you have to have, for women, is 3 servings of protein. One of them has to be a vegetable protein, so a bean. And the cat's distracting me. And then you can choose your other proteins from a list. They can all be vegetable proteins if you want. But, so, the other proteins are like turkey and chicken and fish and shrimp, I think. Anyway, it's all on a list, so I don't have to remember. And then 2 nut servings. Like dry, roasted, nothing that's been salted or anything. 1 serving of fat, so like a cold pressed olive oil or coconut oil or a tablespoon of butter or avocado or something else. I don't remember what the other ones were now. Okay, and I think that's it. So you do that for 2 weeks, and the first few days are the hardest because your body's detoxing. You have headaches and all that fun stuff because you're not eating the normal processed sugary food, which I've learned to put in air quotes because I don't think it's really food, the stuff that most Americans eat. Anyway, so today's day one, back on that, and I'm happy to do that because I still feel crummy. Today I've really been suffering with, well, I already had a headache, so I took some acetaminophen for that because I didn't want to have a headache. And then I've also just been really nauseous and dizzy today, but that is not because of the detoxing phase. I think it's sinus drainage. So I get vertigo symptoms from my my inner ear imbalance is when my sinuses are clearing. So it's good. Like today is the first day in a couple of days that I've been able to mostly breathe through both nostrils, and I haven't been blowing my nose as much, so not as much snot has been coming out. Coughed up a lot of phlegm this morning, but I've been okay. So I've been suffering with this stuff for 4 weeks, but I've been back at work for 2. It's just been a lot of stress in my life. I don't know why I've been so sick, but I think it's my immune system is low because I've been going through more stress. So my master's program is done in 17 days. It's like nothing else exists after those until those 17 days are over. But so that'll finish up on April 15th. Every week it gets harder. I just feel like there's more and more stuff that I have to do. So I'm really struggling with it right now, but I know I won't regret it when it's all over. Just waiting for it to be all done. And then also on April 15th is when all my stuff has to be done for my level 2 teaching license, because if I don't get that done, I don't get to teach anymore. So it's kind of important that I get that done, and I'm not anywhere near done with that either. So yeah, that's fun. But I'm looking forward to those. Those are the biggest stressors in my life right now. Plus, the end of year testing is coming up for my students. And while it's probably more stress on them than it is on me, I still, you still stress as a teacher.